Thank you for turning to 10, your news leader. 10 News Conference with Gene Valicenti continues right now.
Joining me now is Cranston City Councilman Robert Ferri, who wants to be the next mayor. He's a Democrat hoping to take on whoever prevails on the Republican side. That's a toss-up because there's a primary. Councilman Ferri, thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you having me here today, Gene.
You brought me a pen. I'll give you a free plug. Is it Ferri, ferryforcranston.com.
That's my website.
That gives you all the information? All right, we're at the price of a pen. Now, let's begin with a little controversy regarding your party in Cranston. You just had a former councilwoman over there, Councilwoman Germain, up and resigns in a surprise fashion. She left right away. Nobody saw this coming. And now she's saying that she was strong-armed, maybe blackmailed by the city council president. I'm not breaking news here. What's your involvement in that?
First of all, I have no involvement in that.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, Gene, I think it's very unfortunate that this has come up, and it's come up right in the middle of the budget season when we should be focused on the budget, and it's pretty much a distraction. But I wasn't in the room when Jessica Marino and Anise Germain had their meeting that evidently resulted in her resignation. Yep. But I guarantee you one thing, Jessica Marino was a person of high integrity. And I've known her for 3.5 years now on the council. And I think that any accusations being made against her at this time, I just don't believe any of them.
Well, I guess the nutshell is that Anise Germain had a nonprofit, had some problems, and she's saying that Marino said, you're going to have more problems with that unless you leave. Marino denies that. So are you saying that Anise Germain is not a person of high integrity?
Anise Germain, I consider her a friend of mine, and it's unfortunate that she's leaving the council, but I wish her the best. Like I said, I just don't believe that Jessica Marino, with her integrity, would have done something like that. I would think what she's being accused of. I think that any investigation will result in vindicating Jessica Marino.
Well, the city solicitor has asked the state police to investigate. But should I make more of this? I mean, what's going on in that city with regard to politics, Democrat and Republican? By the way, we're going to get to some rough words between the Republicans in just a second. What's going on in your city?
What's going on in our city? A lot of distraction. We should be focused on the issues and the things that are going to help the Cranston residents to have a great city that they're proud to live in. And I just think that all these distractions are not good for the city. I
hope you watched 10 News Conference, because over the past couple of weeks you would have seen the Republicans go at it. The incumbent Ken Hopkins, he's going at it with Barbara Ann Fenton-Fung, who wants to replace him. She started this, but he returned fire. Play those sound bites, and then you could tell me, maybe you're just sitting back enjoying this.
Not only do you have to know a guy, but you have to donate to the guy, and you have to use the guy's friends to get anywhere.
Not pay to play. I am an honest statesman.
Do you want to echo what she said? Is it pay to play?
Well, all I want to say is this, okay? It's unfortunate that they're spending all their time fighting with each other rather than dealing with the issues in the city. I agree with both Ken Hopkins and Barbara Ann Fenton-Fung on one issue.
What's that?
And that's that both of them feel that neither of them should be the mayor. I do agree with them on that issue.
All right, well, that's easy. They handed that to you. But she says there's pay to play, that once you cozied up with Mayor Hopkins' friend, doors open. Have you seen anything like that? Let's be fair to everybody.
Let's be fair. I have not seen anything like that. I have not gotten involved in anything like that. And I just don't think that spending time talking about things like that are going to do any good right now. If she thinks that there's pay to play, then she needs to prove it.
And he says that she's ruthless and will do whatever it takes to climb over him. Have you seen that in her personality?
Well, I really don't know her that well, so I really don't know if that's her personality.
All right, let's talk about things of importance to all the people in Cranston. Are you going to get a Costco in Cranston? The mayor told me when he was on last that it's still in play, that the council changed the zoning to allow for a big box store or a big hotel.
Well, last week the council did approve zoning that was more flexible for the owner of that land to attract the tenant. It stretched out the variance to where maybe the hotel could go there, or a big box store, or I think even a car lot could go there. So we're trying to make the land more attractive for the owner so he can attract the business in. As far as Costco goes, I've got a theory about Costco. Do you want to hear it?
Share it, yes.
Okay. This is my own personal theory. There's not a Costco in Rhode Island right now, correct?
Nothing.
And for years, there's never been one. There's one in Connecticut, there's one in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Okay. I don't think Costco is really that interested in coming to Rhode Island for one reason and one reason alone. they're not going to be able to sell liquor in Rhode Island, which is, I researched it online, and it seems to be about 18 to 20% of their business.
It's a big part of it, yes.
Yeah, and that's probably very profitable too. So I think that for them to come to Rhode Island, whether it be Warwick, Cranston, or anywhere else, the deal has to be like so amazingly attractive for them to come that they're not like, they'll go somewhere else before they'd come here. That's just my own personal theory. I'd love to see Costco come to Cranston if in fact they're going to create good, high-paying jobs, and they're going to help the economic development of Cranston.
So do you think it's in play or it's not?
I'd say it's not totally out of the picture.
Okay.
I think there's a chance that some big box store of some type is going to go on that land eventually. That's my gut feeling.
Barbara Ann Fenton Funk said Cranston has lost its mojo under Mayor Hopkins. A lot of things were going on, but all of a sudden things have slowed down. Is that a fair criticism? Have things slowed down? Have you lost your mojo? Are you going to bring the mojo back as a Democrat?
I feel that it's time for the administration in Cranston to start working for its people and listening to its people. You know, that's one of my goals is to. Well, I pretty much know. In 3.5 years, I've gotten many inquiries from people. I know what people want. I know what they're looking for. It's not rocket science. People want their garbage picked up regularly. They want their streets paved. They want their sidewalks fixed. They want their rodents eradicated.
Yes.
You know, I think that we're not doing as good a job as we can with those things.
Well, isn't Mayor Hopkins filling the potholes, picking up the garbage, killing the rats? He gave you a brand new park. By the way, IMC the opening. Were you there for that? The park?
I was not.
It was.
I was not.
A beautiful park, Eatery Park.
Eatery Park.
And he said, I got great plans. I closed the deal on Top Golf. What more can he do for you?
What more can he do for me? He can start servicing the residents that are complaining about the day-to-day things that they have a problem with. For instance, okay, we're going through a budget season right now, okay, and people complain about things that need to be fixed. The mayor did not increase funding on some essential things in the budget. First of all, he level funded the schools for the second consecutive year. Okay, so the schools don't have any additional funds to give to our children. Okay, so he didn't increase funding in public works. So we can't do a better job fixing sidewalks, trimming trees, helping with rodents. We can't do those things because there isn't any money allocated to those things. So the budget didn't listen to the people. He didn't listen to what the people are really complaining about.
Well, you know, he'll give me a different story if I could put that to him, but you're my guest today. So you would give more money to the schools, you would give more money to the DPW. What else would you do differently than Ken Hopkins?
I would look at the budget and try and allocate more money to those things. That's what I would do. Yeah. I think the budget needs to be something where people's complaints get answered. If you want to improve services and you want to have healthy schools, you can't level fund them for 2 consecutive years.
Okay, what's your big idea? What's your big vision? Like me, and you're going to get this. What is it?
You're going to get a mayor that listens to you, that's honest and transparent, that's going to attract the best people to this city. I'm going to hire an administration that is capable of responding to the people's needs. Okay, I'm going to improve technology in City Hall. Do you know that you can't even fill out a license online to do business in Cranston?
You mean like if I want to open up a store or a shop?
No, we are finally implementing that now. It should be effective by December. If you want to get a dog license, you can't go online and fill out an application. A business license. So things like that we need to move into the 21st century on those things.
I've just got about a minute left and we have a hard out. Look, the Bud Long pool was a frittata, as Buddy Cianci would say. Is that old news?
I love a frittata, don't you?
A good frittata is actually good in the morning. Is that a done deal as far as you're concerned? All over? Let's talk about something else.
I'm not exactly sure. You know, if I could go back in time, I would have just pushed for that pool that exists to get opened. And then maybe while that pool was opened, we would look at what we do down the road. But we're going to go a 5th year without a pool.
30 seconds. You live over by Meshanticut
I do.
Pond.
Meshanticut Lake. It's a state park.
Meshanticut Lake. And that's water. And over in Western Cranston, there's a lot of water lately, a lot of flooding. Is that going to be a priority of yours? That's something new in some of those streets, and just take 20 seconds.
My priority is going to be that we need to come up with a plan to figure out how we're going to stop this flooding. We don't have a plan. We've never really studied it. And then once we find out how to do it, figure out a way to do it.
Robert Ferri wants to be the Democrat mayor of Cranston. Good luck to you. Thanks for coming in.
All righty.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.